Guys, Shane here with Shane's Premier League prediction show. A bit of a shorter show this week coming up, as I'm a small bit short on time. But I'll be rounding up everything that has gone on in the Premier League in the last week or so. Either maybe tomorrow or the next day. I'll definitely get around to it by Monday anyway. But let's crack on with my predictions anyway, and I'll give you my fantasy tips as well. That'll be it for the prediction show this week, as I'm short on time. Sorry about that. So now, on with the show. Chelsea and Newcastle is the first game up this weekend. I reckon it's going to be a 2-0 win for Chelsea. Alvaro Morata and Eden Hazard I reckon will score as well. Despite Newcastle's good comeback during midweek, I can just see it being a comfortable win for the Blues, and they also had a win during the week, albeit a narrow one. I'll go through it more in the review show when I get around to it. So now on we go. Brighton and Liverpool. I reckon this will be a comfortable win for Liverpool. I reckon it's going to be 3-0. Mane and Salah maybe to get a brace. Albeit Brighton may make it difficult. Iscaido is having a great season, and also Glenn Murray. So Brighton be all plain sailing for the Merseysiders, but on paper I see it as a comfortable win. But don't get me wrong, Brighton are having a good season so far. On we go. On to Everton and Huddersfield. I reckon Everton are going to continue on from where they left off the other night. Rooney scored a hat-trick, so he might be one of the favourites to score tomorrow. And maybe Dominic Calvert-Lewin or Umar Niasse. They'd be my tips there. Huddersfield are struggling. They managed to lose 5-0 to Arsenal, unfortunately, despite having good chances in the week there. So 2-0 Everton and a good solid start for Big Sam. Leicester and Burnley. I reckon this is going to be a draw. Both sides are in good form. Burnley especially, they're picking up results all around them, despite their little blip against Arsenal less than a week ago. But they managed to pick their form up again in midweek with a wonderful win against Bournemouth. And Leicester, likewise, they had a good win against Spurs. So I can see it being 2-2. The usual suspects might score. Jamie Vardy, Riyad Mahrez, Sam Vokes and Chris Wood would be my tips there. For goal scorers, 2-2 though, I reckon. On to Stoke and Swansea. Two sides in poor form. I reckon Stoke will win because they're at home and they've the better team on paper. That's the way I see it. Peter Crouch might score, Miran Bayram Juf. And Swansea have also defended well away from home this season, so they may well hold out for a draw. Two sides in poor form, but I reckon it might be 1-0. here for this game. Stoke. On to Watford and Spurs. Both sides had defeat in midweek. Spurs have been going through a right rocky patch lately, so it's time they put a little run together. The point I'm trying to make there is that they've had the best points total the last two years in the Premier League, but yet they failed to win anything. So if they're going to have any aspirations of winning the league this year, they're going to have to put a run together and fast with Manchester City's form. And as for the Hornets, they're going steadily along, but they conceded way too many goals during the week there against Manchester United. So they need to steady the ship, if you like. But they're doing okay. They had a win against Newcastle last Saturday, which was extremely impressive. So it's going to be a tight game. I reckon it's going to be 2-1 Spurs. Harry Kane might score, Dele Alli, and maybe for Watford, Richarlison or Decore. We'll see what happens. West Brom and Crystal Palace. West Brom have obviously got a new manager now. Gary Exon's reign as caretaker charge is over now. He managed to get 2 draws in his short spell in charge once again in the Baggies. I reckon Alan Pardew will get off to a solid start with a 1-0 win. Salomon Rondon might be the Baggies' hero tomorrow afternoon. And yet more woes for Crystal Palace and Roy Hodgson, I suspect. On we go. On to really the biggest game of the weekend, Arsenal and Manchester United. I reckon it's going to be a 2-1 win for Arsenal. I don't think Manchester United are going to park the bus. Hopefully not anyway, but if they don't, it'll make for a better game. I reckon Olivier Giroud and Alexander Lacazette and maybe Ibrahimovic might score for United. So 2-1 and back in here to Arsenal. On to Sunday's games now. Bournemouth and Southampton. Bournemouth are on a really poor run of form at the moment, and Southampton defended really well at the Etihad in midweek, and they created numerous opportunities to get a couple of goals at least. But unfortunately, they never, and Manchester City managed to make it 2-1. So I reckon the Saints are in okay form, and Bournemouth are in very bad form. So I reckon it's going to be a 1-0 win for the Saints. Maybe Shane Long will break his long non-goal scoring run on front of goal. Hopefully, because it has to happen sooner rather than later. So he might score against Bournemouth. So 1-0 to the Saints. And the final game of the weekend takes place at the Etihad Stadium. Runaway leaders at the moment, Manchester City take on West Ham United. I've backed a comfortable 4-0 win here for the leaders. David Moyes had a bad return to his old club Everton during the week there. So I reckon Manchester City, the table toppers, are just going to add to the misery. A double from both Jesus and Sergio Aguero, I reckon, will round off the weekend's action. So that's the predictions over and done with. As I said, I'll review all that's gone on in the past week before Monday, or maybe on Monday. I'll see how I go. Right, on to my fantasy picks. For the weekend, I have David De Gea in goal. He, despite his bad form in midweek, conceding 2 goals, despite being one from the penalty spot. He's usually a good pick though, so I'm going with him. Marcos Alonso, the Chelsea defender, I reckon he'll keep a clean sheet against Newcastle tomorrow afternoon. Kyle Walker is also at home against West Ham. Ben Davis is away to Watford. Mariappa will be against him. Robbie Brady scored during the week for Burnley, so I have him in. He's away to Leicester. Mohamed Salah is flying it, so I have him as my captain against Brighton. Adam Lallana, I have him in as well. Gareth Barry, he's at home to Crystal Palace. And to round things off, I have the deadly duo of Sergio Aguero and Jesus up front for Manchester City. So now, that'll be it for this week, folks. With the prediction show anyway. I'll hopefully get around to a review show over the weekend. All the best, take care. Hope my tips have been helpful, and have a great weekend. If you've liked it, subscribe and comment. Take care.